Super Mega Baseballers, Eric here, Super Mega Eric1 at gmail.com. Here, your friendly neighborhood logo maker. And I guess I'll have to say this one, I was challenged to, or asked to make a goblin logo. So I made two, so this is the second one. I like this one a little bit better. This kind of, I think it looks a little bit more badass. And like those of you who've been around hearing my logos, I've always said that I think logos should be angry. They should be evil. They should be like badass. Nice, light, fluffy. Like I live in Chicago, and unfortunately, the Chicago Cubs have one of the lamest logos ever. A soft, cuddly bear. Makes me sick, and I'm a Cubs fan. Drives me nuts. Logos should be badass. Logos should be like this. The Cubs should have a grizzly bear with the Cincinnati Mr. Red, crushed in one paw, a cardinal crushed up in another, and a pirate eye patch hanging from its teeth. That would be pretty badass. So, unfortunately, with 32 layers, I could never make that. But if they gave us more layers, hint, hint, maybe I could do something like that. So anyway, so here you go. Per request, Goblins 2, I guess we'll call this one. And by all means, always ask if there's something that you want to see. Either it's something I've already done that I've posted, or something that I have in my vault, so to speak, that I haven't posted yet, or just something I haven't done yet. I have not done a Goblin one yet, so I got to do this one, and it was pretty cool. And I did a Balrog one, which I'll post at some point, too, for those of you Lord of the Rings fans. So, again, feel free to challenge me. I enjoy it. It's fun to try to come up with some of these things for you guys. And I don't charge anymore, so this is more of just, I love the game. Can't wait for 4. And I know I promised I'll do a video on my thoughts for 4, but I think I want to get a little bit more into fall and winter when we start hearing maybe a little bit of rumblings about what they're going to do. The only thing I've heard is like March, April, maybe. So that's what I know. And everything I've read from EA and Metalhead, stuff that they post too, is that EA is kind of trying to be very hands-off with this because, well, we all know EA's reputation with sports games. They ruin them. So they paid good money for Metalhead, and they're letting Metalhead do what Metalhead does best, just with a lot more money and hopefully more manpower. So big shout out to Metalhead. You've made arguably the best baseball game there is right now. And so I hope that this next one just blows it all away. All right, let's get into this. I wasted enough time. 32 layers. And you need the dark green that I did in the earlier video. And I'll show you. Okay, that dark green right there. You can change the color if you want. It's up to you. And then you need black, and then you need white. And that is it. Trying to make it nice and simple. If you see the jersey, I think it pops really nicely on that jersey. And here we go. All right, so I only have the black square here just so you can see the logo better, because when you do it on the jersey, you see that if you really look closely, it's hard to see probably from your angle. You can see that light faint square, so if I move it, then you don't have it on the jersey. So just understand it's the only reason why this is up is just for you seeing the logo a little bit better. Oops, sorry. My bad. Again, I don't do these professionally. I do this with the love of the game, and you guys were asking me for how to do my logos, so this is the only reason I do it. If you're new to the channel, I always have to say this. What I do is position 1, position 2, rotation, and scale. That way you can duplicate what I do. The only thing I ever ask, don't ever post anything of mine as yours, because I will call you out. It's only fair. If you take one of my logos and you tweak it and make it your own, cool. Just make sure, give me a shout out, because you know what? I spent a lot of time to make nice logos for you guys and to show you how to do it. Just give me the credit. That's all I ask. All right, so just for the background on this, don't do it when you're doing the jersey, but black square, whatever, just fill the screen. Okay, so then we start off with ring in green. 2, 19, 0, and 90. The reason why it's off center is just because the nature of the logo, because it's not a symmetrical logo, so it's just gonna seem just a shade off. It's done for a reason. All right, so 219,090. Then we're doing the teeth, zigzag edge. Great way to do a bunch of teeth that are together. 35, negative 84, 352, and 12. Then we're going to do left parentheses. Could be right, doesn't really matter. But font 4 for the lip. Dark green, negative 13, negative 90, 95, and 18, right there. Okay. And then, I didn't have a swish 10 in the previous Goblin logo, but I did have a swish. But here you go, swish 10, because you guys know that's my favorite logo. I mean, favorite layer. Green, pointing to the right, 47, 92, 143, and rotation 12. You will see, if you look really, really close, that you'll see a shade of the teeth outside of it. Don't worry, it doesn't show up in gameplay. You don't see it. All right, then we do zigzag edge for the top teeth in white, 30, negative 50, 151, and 16. Then swish 10 in green for the outside of the mouth. Again, swishing to the right, so it's 75, negative 29, 264, and 15. Then we do the left parentheses again in font 4, 46, 19, 108, and 21. It's in green. Circle 1 for the eye in white, 49, 52, 357, and 9. Then for the eyelid, to shade the eye a little bit, another left parentheses, font 4, in green, 45, 28, 68, 21. Then we start on the nose, triangle 2, negative 30, negative 17, 206, and 28. Swish 10. This one, again, you want it swooping to the right. 34, 11, sorry, negative 34, 11, 286, and 35. Okay, don't worry about the point not looking exactly right. It will not show on the jersey in gameplay. All right, arrow 4 for a little style. Green, 21, negative 28, 332, and 19. And then period, font 1. Again, circles are okay. I like using periods because you can really get small with those. Circles can only get so small. For the eye, it was not a big deal, but to do the little iris, you need to go period. The circle will not get small enough. So period, font 1, black, 49, 53, 357, and 3. Then swish 10 in black, because I want the face to look like it's outside of the ring. So in black, this time it's swooping up and to the left, negative 141, 137, 6, and 49, that's in black. Copy it in green, negative 127, 139, 17, and 34, whoops, and 30, sorry. Negative 127, 139, 17, and 34. And then copy, flip in black, 153, 152, 341, and 60. Copy it in green, 145, 159, 337, and 41. Now you don't need to use the ring if you don't want to. I just did it for a little more style and I had some layers to play with. If you do that, then you don't need the swish 10s in black. You just won't, because it'll show up on the jersey a little bit, and if you're going to change the color of the jersey, then you don't want it. Again, just did it for style. All right. So to also do a little bit of shading on the eye to try to make it look angry, I did rectangle 1 in black, 37, 74, 332, and 13. Then I copied it in green, 36, 92, 336, and 13 for the eyebrow. And then parallelogram 2 in green, 76, 93, 274, and 5. And then parallelogram 2 again, I copied it, negative 69, 78, 196, and 16, and so you can see it right there. And then triangle 3 in green, 66, 109, 309. And again, if you're seeing this, it's not perfect fit. Again, doesn't show in gameplay, so it doesn't need to be perfect on this one. And then rectangle 1 in green, negative 82, 77, 280, and 6. And then for the other eye, I did comma. Okay. In font 16. Oops. 16. Okay. All right. You don't need anything else, just enough to show an eye there. And that's in white, and that's at negative 66, 51, 6, and 4 in scale. And just make sure you flip it to begin with, because it'll look this way initially. So you want to flip it before you do that. Okay. And to do something a little new, I wanted to do a little bit of the under eye leading to the cheek on the other side of the face, just for a little bit more perspective. So I played around with the number 7, and I did it in font 17, skew 50, negative 50, sorry. Okay? And so you see what it looks like. Okay? So it's got a little bit of curve, and it saves me a layer. Instead of doing one line and then doing a line underneath, I was able to do it all in one, save some space. Whoops. Now, just to kind of make the forehead look a little bit cooler, I added left parentheses in black, font 10. If you don't want to do it, that's what it looks like. You can do either way. I chose to put it in there. You can make the call. I thought it'd be cool to have that little shape on the forehead, right between the eyes. But again, it's up to you if you don't want to. But I could see definitely leaving it either way. And that's at negative 16, 51, 101, and 18. And then get a little more definition in the face, a swish 10 in black. This time it's at 7, negative 4, 336, and 15. So it starts to the right and swoops down to the left, okay? Then for the forehead, just because a little bit of a gap there, ellipse 4 in green, negative 12, 110, 350, and 19. And then we're doing the chin right here. So we're doing the dash right there. Font 5, skew vertical 48. So you see what it looks like right there. Okay. Then I copied it. Font 5, skew vertical 17. Just to be a little different. And then I add an extra layer. So I decided to give a little bit more character to the nose. So I took swish in black, negative 31, negative 3, 334, and 15. And there you go, guys. So a nice, complicated geometric with a little bit of perspective. I actually like this one a lot better than the first Goblin one I did on the previous video. I think this looks a little bit more badass. You can make this even bigger. You take the ring out. Like I said, if you take the ring out and you took the backing black swish 10s behind the horns, you'd have a little bit more to do some other stuff if you wanted to. But I think that this looks good. It looks like he's coming out of the shadows and looks nice and badass. So there you go, guys. Again, always challenge me. I'm always up for fun. This one was fun to make. You know, I'm trying to do more and more complex stuff. I kind of like it when you guys go, how the fuck did you come up with that? That's what I'm looking for. So, but now you know. All right, thank you. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see, this is done on Friday night. All these will be posted up on Saturday. And I'm hoping this weekend, I don't have my daughter, so I will probably get a bunch more done for you and try to get back onto his schedule. I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to keep trying to and do it until I can actually do it. So I would love to be able to post like every day or two would be the ideal. Like I said, I've got about 150 logos I have not put out for you guys, and some have actually been sitting in my vault for a while. So I'm trying to bang through them. But again, always challenge me. I love the comments. You know, it helps fuel me to want to do more of these. The challenge is always fun. Like I said, this was a cool challenge to do, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't do a shout out for the person because I don't remember the name who did it, but I appreciate you, dude, and thank you very much. I'll see you soon.